good, bro? You know?
Yeah.
How you hear about me? This your first time coming?
Yeah, that's my first time. I heard about you from my cousin Latrell.
What you want to do?
Let's do a taper, wavelength.
Are you finna top one? Okay, lean, taper. You doing low tape hop? You want to keep the car or you want to take it off?
I'll keep the curve.
Get you right.
What's good, YouTube family? On my channel, I love to teach y'all how to cut hair, but most importantly, I love to teach y'all about the Word of God. So watch through this whole video so that you can benefit from both. With that being said, I'm gonna get into the cut, y'all. Before I pick up any clipper or trimmer, I want to prep the hair, and I'm looking for any imperfections in the head when I'm doing it. And I found right there that he has a birthmark in the back of his head. You'll see it when I spin the chair. But that's why it's important before you pick up any clipper or trimmer and just get the cutting that you prep the hair, because you always want to look for any imperfections in the head, whether it be a birthmark, a cowlick, whatever, anything. As a barber, it's about finding problems for people and then, fixing that. But to begin cutting this hair down, I'm cutting it down with the number 4 guard, with and against the grain. If you want to go against the grain for like waiver type cuts, make sure that you go at least 2 guards up. If not, go 2 guards plus 1 up. Or go 2 sizes up. So if it's a number 3, go with a 6, maybe a 7. If it's a number 2, go with a 4, maybe a 5. But I cut his hair down with a number 4 guard against the grain, and then I cut it with a 3 with the grain. And the reason I ended up cutting it with a number 3 with the grain is just because how thick his hair was. And basically the front part, like how his hair was in the beginning of the video, I didn't want that to be there no more. But I also wanted to keep his hair like longer so it'll curl faster for his waves. And don't mind this, it's finna come back in focus when I start to fade. But I'm doing a low taper, so I'm bottoming out at the top of his ear, and then I'm putting it straight across in the back. And just make sure that you set your guidelines in evenly and clean, and that they're the same on both sides. And then I'm gonna go ahead and clear it at the cheek to be efficient with my time. To start my fade, I have my lever open, and I'm going up about 1/2 inch and flicking out. Then I'm gonna lay my blade flat, close it halfway, go halfway up it, close it to 1/4, tap the line, then close it all the way and tap the bottom line and take it out completely. Now I have my number 3 guard on, since I cut his hair down with the number 4 guard with the grain, or a 3 with the grain and a 4 against the grain. I know that this 3 should just go right up into it, and I'm just giving myself room to fade into. And basically I'm gonna be down fading from now on, just so I don't take the fade too high. Now I have a number 2 guard, and I'm going with it open, right up under where I left off with the 3 closed. And then I'm gonna close it. So I basically just want to open and close with a 2 guard. Now with the 1.5 guard, I'm going right up under where we left off with that 2. And pretty much same thing, I just want to open and close. Now I have my number 1 guard, and I'm just working to open and close once again, going right up under where I left off with the 1.5. But for this one, I go halfway closed and then all the way closed. I'm just doing detail work with this 1.5. By detail work, I mean lever play, open and closing my lever or my blade when need be, and corner work, using the last couple teeth of my blade or the corner of my blade to pinpoint dark spots, bring them to the light, and make the fade as smooth as possible. So I'm gonna read y'all my notes from church today, and this is them. People should be able to see God through you and how you live. The only Jesus some people may see is the Jesus in you and the Jesus in me. And it's crazy that was the verse, or that was like part of the message for today, because that was part of my message last week that I did by myself, like without church. It was a sermon that I had watched. Jesus is the only way to the Father. John chapter 14. God is in control. No matter what it looks like, whatever's going on in the world, God is in control. And we can always know that and trust that. There is no other way and no other name by which we must be saved. Only Jesus, Yeshua. We have to tell people the truth and teach people the truth. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Acts 4:10-12. Romans 6:1-8. And then verses 22 and 23. We are in this world, but we are not of this world. Before we were born again, we just went and did whatever. Once you get born again, we look at everything different. And God shows us how stuff does or doesn't line up with his word. Romans 10, 9 through 13. Romans 8, 1. If you were the only person that would have ever accepted Jesus as Lord, he would have still went on that cross and died for you. Jesus left the 99 for the one. Acts 2, 36 through 39. Acts 8, 29. And Romans 1, 8 through 16. When it comes to the verses, I recommend that y'all go read the verses yourself. In the Bible, it says faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of God. So it's always good to go read for yourself anyway, no matter what. But I hope that message reached somebody and somebody needed to hear that. And all the power, glory, honor, and praise be God. On this side for the ear lineup, y'all, I'm not really going to explain it because I did it in fast mode, so I'm going to explain the other side. When it comes to ear lineups, I like to put in the slant first, so like the back part behind the ear. Well, I guess more on the neck. And then when it gets to around the top of the ear, I convert to using the last couple of teeth of my blade to finish making that arch shape around the ear. And then with any type of lineup, just don't push it back. Just go with whatever that is giving you, but also make it crispy too. And then make sure that you go over your lineups. So like, do the initial lineup. See how I did the initial lineup? I just combed through and now I'm cutting any hairs that's hanging over, but I'm not cutting into the line I've already created. That's gonna give you the most long-lasting cut. Well, that's gonna give your client the most long-lasting cut, which is gonna be the best cut for them. And it's gonna set you apart as a barber as far as the cutting aspect is. In the front, y'all, I like to start in the middle and work my way to the side. And then once the front meets the side, I'll tap in the vertical bar. On this side, his vertical bar and his C-cup are like naturally light, and then his C-cup is smaller than the other one, but I didn't want to like push the other one back too much, and I had talked to him about it, so you're gonna see what we did. You can see that this side is like way more defined. The reason I comb the hair sideways is because you don't want them, when they're brushing, to brush sideways, because you never know how somebody's going to brush. You don't want them to brush sideways and then their lineup not be clean. So then when it comes to the C-cup, y'all, I like to start at the bottom of the vertical bar and just tap it in. Then I go to the bottom of the C-cup and I'll work my way up and meet them in the middle. Then I'm gonna push this a little bit, but it's still gonna be a little longer than the other side because I just didn't want to dig into it too much and it grow back crazy. And I told him that next time I cut him, I think that he should get a high taper just because it'll eliminate that issue. But this is what he wanted, and like I said, we had talked about it and it turned out smooth. So as you can see, that one side is a little weaker than the other side, but it's still clean. This is just pre-enhancements. I know people is gonna be saying crazy, but you can see we got his hair laid down pretty good for just not cutting it off, and this being this, like we literally just cut it off. So with the enhancements, how he's Kiss Express, I'm just doing a light amount. Then make sure when you line up the enhancements that you line up in the line that you already have, and don't dig into it trying to line up the enhancements clean and digging into the lineup. Just line it up at the line you already have. be careful, be cautious, and be precise. Take your time. This is the final cut, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about the cut in the comment section. I think that it turned out fire. Taper clean, line up clean. Other than one of the vertical bars being a little, because of the C cup. But still, like I said, I want to get my hot taper because of that next time. But I still think it turned out clean. I know he thinks that because he texted his cousin and told him. But let me know what y'all think. And then, if y'all came to my channel because you like watching barber videos because it's satisfying, I hope this video satisfies you. If you came to learn something, I hope you take something from my game and apply it to yours and advance in your career and your craft and your life. And if you came for the message, I hope that it reached you and touched your heart, your soul, your mind, and your body. Thank y'all for watching this video. All the power, go, honor, and praise be to God. I hope to see you back on the next one. And God bless.